Yeah, all right, so we verified we have quorum, we have enough, and so I have a second that the meeting was properly noticed.
Was it properly noticed? I can't say it. It was, but someone has to say,
Okay.
I can't say it.
I'll say yes, but
Okay,
if
All
you
right.
require,
I think it's just asking management. Management says, yes, it was properly noticed. I don't think it requires a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've sat through enough meetings now. It's like, how many seconds then?
Okay, cool.
okay. And we don't have any owners right on, so no comments. And
Lloyd
then,
McCollum is not on this call.
okay, all right, so I
You
can
want
have
me
a
to cut that
second.
out of the meeting?
no,
Okay.
it's.
I do need a
Separate,
second
that were-
to adopt the
I'm-
agenda though, right?
I second that to motion to adopt the agenda.
Okay. All right, Dom, so I'll hand it over to you.
Just to discuss, from the previous month's meeting, I'm still on, back order for the, EV units for here. And we're working on getting, a quote to bring in the full 50-60 amps to each, unit. So you might see that come towards you in the board meeting eventually, or
That's what that'll cost.
shouldn't cost too much because the cabling, the conduit's all there. It's just just making sure that the two conduits have the room for the bigger.
Yeah, are there two?
I saw two. I'm not sure if both of them go in the same direction. The electrician has to come back and tell us that. But I can't honestly, without them pulling the stand that's on the concrete there to be able to see inside it.
4 gauge. That run, that amperage.
Probably.
Well, if it's metal, it could be THHN and therefore it could be number 6. And if that's metal, you don't are required to bring a neutral ground wire with it. Because the conduit can service it around. And that's totally legal.
We've had lengthy discussions about this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Amongst
so
ourselves.
Tom knows better than me.
The number 6 work, if they can get number 4 in there, it'd be great.
Okay.
I recommend for
That conduit may not be big enough for that.
As soon as we get the quote back from
Yeah.
the electrician, I'll know more.
Well, that'd be a good thing to have. Are they gonna be independent then? They're gonna be in 2 branches.
2 branches.
Nice.
They are 2 branches right now, but only at 20 amps.
Well, that explains why we only got something like 3 kilowatts out of it.
And I think it's even branched and brought down even lower. I think it's only at 10 amps right now. Because like you said, the math is 20 amps, you get
Thanks to voltage. Times 80%.
so. And I think it's just dropped full. I think it's dropped to 50%, 80%. That's why we want to move away from the overcharge people here.
Yes,
that's. So as soon as they come back in stock, we will order them. And even at 20 amps, we'll put them in play and then just wait for the electrician to beef up the power. That's all from that piece. The AV units, as we discussed, we had the discussion on Friday. To go over it, I will put it on the screen. This tools so we can see it better. Now, I know you all have received it and there are some quantities in here that may not need to be here. So once I get the full number with the quote from the project person that's helping us from Yealink, he will give us the exact amount. And he did ask me the same question if we wanted to really have 11 for the room, and I told him exactly the same thing. It's just like Yealink said, if you want to have better sound, repeat it to the board members sitting away from the speakers. You might want to add at least 1 or 2 just over their head so that they can hear it better.
That would help.
So we'll put the 9 out first. And if it's not that good, we will have those 2 speakers either on spare hand or right after the fact to put them in.
I'm not disagreeing with the technical benefit of having them. But I'm just looking at the cost side of things.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go from 18 to 20.
Mhm.
And that's gonna bring us to like $8,000 just for speakers, Bill.
Yeah.
Just the speakers alone.
Yeah.
That's nothing driving them. That's just those round things.
Yeah, and according to the project manager I also spoke to, he said the CM50 models now also with the firmware upgrade support, he's gonna confirm it, support in-room support, sound support. So they'll pick up, they'll be able to bring the sound that's from the room into Teams without having to have additional pieces like we do now.
It's a microphone?
The CM50s are microphones.
Oh,
CS
I'm sorry.
10s and CS 20s.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
All right. I was telling the CS10s are over $400 each. And in the proposal, there are 20 of them now.
Yeah.
So
He might be able to
8,000
give us better discount now. It's been a year, so we'll see. As soon as I get the quote, you guys will get it as
Because
well.
this is addressing just the main room, the board room.
The
There
11
was another 9 or something in the.
in the other
room
one.
102.
Yep,
So
and
we
this
ended
one.
up with 20. The other question that was outstanding that I'm still a little confused on is how many encoders do we need and how many decoders do we need?
So at this moment, without any firmware changes, it's going to be 1-for-1. So it has to be one encoder, one decoder. So we're getting for the boardroom, it'll be 2. And for the room 102, there'll be a 2 as well. We're gonna put a second TV on the other end.
So
We'll need
and
both
that's called the DE something?
decoder and encoders.
Yeah, but I mean.
Oh, the DE numbers is, hold on a second,
You
scroll down a little bit. Sorry, it's a bit slow. DE 300 and EN.
Okay, so those DE 300s go at the TV end of things.
The DE ones, yes,
Okay, we're gonna need 4 of those.
correct. One for each TV,
Yeah, okay. And how many encoders do we need?
one for
One
same
for
thing.
each decoder.
Yeah.
So we need 4 encoders.
At this point, at this time, that's how their setup works. So I had to read it and then reconfirm it with him, since maybe
Okay.
in the future they'll switch that. But for the BYOD devices, those wireless devices you used to see in the past, they're no longer allowed to be sold here in the States. If you can buy them elsewhere and bring them into the States, you can, but you cannot buy them here. So we have one current, but there are different technologies that they're providing that we can use. So he's gonna give us a quote on that, and we're ordering 1 for room 102. The Roche switch, you can ignore that. We're using a Unify switch for that. They don't have a Unify option in this program, so I couldn't put that in.
So in your power add up in this document
Mhm.
at the top,
Yeah,
you had, okay, well, again, this looks like a situation where,
this is room 102.
okay, this 102, you have one similar in 101. I mean, or in the board.
Yes, right up here.
And this is what I want to ask. See where you got some highlighted yellow things?
Yes.
And then you had.
So these are not the correct models. And also some of this stuff is coming in a package. Currently, what you see here is individualized units. There is a specific model that they sell as a package, which you get, obviously, you get a discount buying into the package. This UVC 86 is an old model. They have not updated their program to put the new smart video, which is what you see in front of us, smart bar. And then, well, we only have the smart bar.
So what's the reason for the highlighting again?
Oh, so then when I show it to them and show it to you guys, that this equipment is going to be part of a package. So you won't see it as an individual
Okay.
the next time. It'll be part of a model number, and then included in that model number, you'll see those pieces in that one item instead.
So I was trying to figure out if this was associated with your power budget that you had further up.
No, this
And
was
that's
just,
why they were highlighted, because you also have the PoE switch highlighted at the bottom.
right, meaning that that's not, that one's not one we're getting. We're
Okay,
getting.
and I was trying to do the power add up to make sure that the power added up correctly.
Right, now the Unify is more powerful. It handles over 1,000 watts.
Okay, all right.
Oh, so you're talking about PoE power.
Everything's PoE in this
Mhm.
proposal, except now the encoder and decoders, they have power supplies.
They have their own power supply.
Right, so, yeah, okay, then they were not in your numbers and that was correct, but they're listed here.
Yeah, it's,
But-
it's just telling you the total power that it would use up.
Okay, all right.
You can do both, I think, in the decoder and encoder. You can do power over Ethernet if you wanted to. But I prefer to use power.
So you're just gonna have a single switch now instead of two switches. You had two switches in the.
Yeah, and
proposal.
in the program, it won't let you take it out. So that's
Okay,
why I
because you're gonna use Unify switch.
Mhm.
You
Correct.
only need one switch.
Correct.
Okay,
Have you double checked the PoE standard to make sure their PoE matches Unifies? Because there's a couple different PoE
yes, there are.
standards.
There's PoE plus.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this one
and all
goes all the way
And
down.
yeah, the plus was for 30 watts.
Yeah, no, the one, the
And these are
Unify.
24 watts peak. They're not gonna use 24 watts.
No, but
But that's a peak rating. And it's a typical 20 watts would be a max.
Yeah,
in
no, the,
data sheet. So I really don't think power is gonna be a problem.
no,
He's
this
got
one
plenty
right
of money
here, well, this one is the lower version, but the higher version is plus.
yeah, I mean, my only question was making sure the protocol matched.
Yeah, no, the protocols will match it because the switch I'm getting handles all the way up to plus, triple plus.
Going back a while, he had a Unify switch in there, and then the Unify switch, and that's the switch I looked at, and
Hmm.
based on.
Yeah, that was the one I edited the document and
I concluded
provided
that
it
there
better.
was plenty of power in
Yeah.
that switch.
Yeah,
So-
no, this one is because I can't edit this one. This is coming directly from the program that creates it.
All right.
So that's why I highlighted in red saying, hey, no, disregard that information for that one.
So these guys probably don't want to go through the John already went through it. Brett.
Give him a
probably doesn't wanna go
synopsis, I
through the
guess.
whole Technical details of this, but I do have a question that is more of a financial question about this. Assuming that we say, hey, yeah, this looks technically solid, and which is what we concluded in the meeting Friday, that there's nothing obviously wrong. and
Yeah.
The reason why it would work. Is there a way to gradually roll this thing out to lessen the financial impact?
Yeah, we can talk to the guy and say, hey, listen, we want to do.
What's the ballpark?
I don't know off the top of my, but if you use my old numbers, it
Yeah.
was 45.
Yeah, it was 45,000.
But talk about, take out the numbers for this.
Yeah,
This room, take out the numbers for the other room that because I've already added the equipment. So you're dropping down maybe 35, 30?
This is a major board complaint, so I don't think approval is gonna be too difficult.
Okay,
Finance committee might differ, but the board,
Yes.
We could put the finance meeting in the boardroom one time and let them see how it sounds.
no, I'm holding my comments.
But yes, I mean, at the end of the day, this has become more and more prevalent to be a priority. So even if they were to say, hey, okay, it's 35, 45, say even it's 50. If we brought it to the board, I don't think they're gonna say no and say, well, can you do it piece by piece like you're asking? I would say, hey, can we buy this right now? And then next month we'll buy a couple more, whatever we have to do to make this work. I'm all for it. And I don't think he's gonna say no. I mean, he's still making the money.
I would say if you're around 35 or under, you're gonna get approval for it.
Yeah, he
Do it
should
all
have
at
a quote
once.
for me by Thursday.
Yeah.
If not sooner.
Yeah,
He's,
I think Dom, out of that 45, there's a couple pieces we said we're gonna wait on or that we didn't need, right? When we went through that the other day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the old quote that I got with all the rooms needed at the time. So if he can come back with a better quote, great. And he does work with governmental entities a lot. So I told him we are an HOA/government entity considered. And I have enough memberships to government programs that they can use one of them to give us a better discount. But he says they're a platinum vendor for Yearlink. And he'll definitely get us the best quote possible.
so this is still going to use the distributed wireless microphones that are on the tables with the receiver. Yeah.
Well,
And
we might, if
Might
he's,
not need them if the CM50s are good enough.
if
if they handle the.
they're up to it,
Sure. It should
Sure.
work.
and if it doesn't, there's no other plan other than to use the existing mixer and wireless mics.
Which requires,
Somebody to handhold it, but
yeah,
and it required a component that based on, I think what you were trying to tell me in your email was we have to use a Yealink Dante encoder. We can't use an off the shelf encoder.
I don't know.
Because
That's
in
one of the
your-
things
in
I'm
your
asking him as
In your
well.
notes on the right, see up at the top,
Mhm.
it said you must use,
Yeah, that's what they're
Yealink.
saying, yeah.
okay, but
For the speakers. Now for the mics, I've asked them the same question. He says, we're working on, we'll let you know. They may have done
you saw
firmware
my
changes.
email on the topic, the Dante encoder is only
Yeah.
like $250.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
not
that.
even something we have to worry about,
No, I can get that out of operating budget.
but it has to work, so
Mhm.
if,
We can test it and look,
yeah.
get it tested within 30 days and return it.
So anyway, that's the plan, Bill, is to use the desk mics.
well, I would say the plan is to use the CM50 and when we go to the desk mics as a backup, because you gotta have batteries. You gotta have a soundboard, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But on the ARC meeting, it's just that little mic on the table, right?
Mhm.
And it's picking up just fine.
I mean, but everyone's saying within the board, it's not picking it up very well. So one of the things I'm gonna do for now, until we do get approval, is I do have another one of those mics around.
Have you watched any of your own
Mhm.
recordings? Well, I think they stink as a resident.
Um,
I can't tell half of what's going on.
It's kind of weird.
I
'cause
watched the
test
last
them and
board
it works
meeting
fine.
because I didn't go because I was sitting on my sofa doing HR training. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, when we do the testing, it sounds very fine, but again, there's only one person in the room saying hello and you could hear it fine.
Yeah.
Being other people around and it's picking up other sounds and trying to do the noise cancellation, that's probably where the problems come from.
crosstalk is always a problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I
I think
can't,
that's,
it's hard for me to tell what's going on. The sound doesn't sound natural.
yeah, and one of the things I'll do is add another mic for now until we get the quote and then go for the approvals and stuff.
This is the Teams meeting I'm talking about, the recording
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull one up actually.
Are there for Brad, who wasn't here on Friday, do you have any questions for John or Tom that they can answer for you? And myself, actually.
No, I think I'm fine.
While we're waiting for Bill to find what he's looking for on that
I
meeting.
gotta request access.
He's going to play a recording, which I didn't hear the last one, but I listened to them. It's the only way I ever go to the meetings is virtually, and I no matter what he plays me, my opinion is gonna be that the audio is not good. It stinks. So we actually need to do something better. Certainly not something that I would expect to come from a semi-government.
Yeah. Do we want to go on to the next discussion item? Well,
Go.
this is for the committee initiatives. I know we discussed it on Friday. We would like to try to figure out what we can do. I'll leave it to you guys. For that.
Yeah, I would just like everybody to kind of think of some new initiatives, things they might like to see. I mean, they don't have to be things that are typical, like if we can afford it, just, kind of just throw things out there and think of things. I mean, even we talked about this a couple of years ago, Tom. Remember, like maybe going to some other communities locally. I'm up to like go to Lake Nona or some else to see technology wise what they're doing, like we used to do with the autonomous bus stuff. It doesn't have to be that big of grandeur, but I don't know, partnerships with Disney or something, some other initiatives. So I don't know if we should like do a little round table on another session down the road and just maybe people can bring their ideas and we can talk through them. Or Bill, I don't know if you have any ideas either.
If we just went to the thing that we never did, but we talked about for an entire year and never actually did, was show up at an events committee meeting if they still have that group, or
Special events, yeah.
Yeah, the special events, they had their
and
meeting.
ask them is there anything that we can do to help in the events? My guess is they're not.
Last time we did that, these are the guys that pointed at putting in permanent power out at the CFC fields, which we never did, but I don't know if you remember that, John.
Yeah.
That's where we got those ideas. And also running fiber out to where the stage used to be, but we don't seem to do that anymore. We don't put a stage in the fields anymore, like we used to during Christmas and things like that. We constructed a big stage, and we had to bring a generator every time. And these guys were like, boy, sure would be nice if we had an internet connection and we can stream it, and not a wireless internet, but
Right.
and also permanent power out there. You know what I'm talking about, the far end.
Yeah, all the way in.
It was a good idea, and we looked into it, and it never got very far. But yeah, I think we went and asked them, can we, what could we do? They may come up with some ideas, but we never actually, I don't even know who is the events committee for special events. Who is that?
That would be Nikki Patton's group, and off the top of my head, the person is, let me take a look.
See that AI banner just pop up. Yeah, I was listening to us, and I don't know why this is information.
So I just listened on YouTube to the July 22nd CROA board meeting. I can hear everybody just fine.
Okay.
Pleasantly surprised. I can hear everybody just fine. I don't know. I would love for whatever the system to be as set and forget as possible without having manual input. And if those are truly AI enhanced microphone arrays, that when I hear that, I think of the Flintstones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Powered cars.
well, that was our goal the first time, and that's the
Right.
reason we put the array speakers on the ceiling the last time. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be that required no setup at all,
But
but it didn't really work well, and I don't know why.
well, maybe things are better
But
now.
these are different
Yeah.
than what we put on there, but they were also Yealing before.
And when were they installed? 2021, 22, 23?
They're about, the technology there is about 6 years old.
So pre-COVID, they were installed?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It was Jose's. It was right at the crossover between Jose and Patrick, so.
From what I know, it was Patrick who did that portion originally for here. Now,
I don't think so, no. Well, John, you were around then. Remember, we actually went in there and we installed the mounts and stuff ourselves. I put the camera mount on myself.
I think that was before me.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I do have two things, Dom.
Maybe
One,
you're right. Maybe it was Patrick. Go ahead. I'm sorry, John.
that management software, did you guys go ahead and try it? Are you using it? Remember that CRM or
The Odo, yeah, we've
Odo.
been working on it. Well, we've tested it out. We're no longer using it, obviously, because we ran out of the demo times.
Oh.
But once the board approves it, hopefully this month, if it gets approved, we will be working with the project team to start cutting over all the systems with, especially like all the events, getting it all into one website, one page. And then once we're done with the management portion of the tools, we'll start going back and do phase 2, which would be the website redesign.
all right, so you liked it. So your testing went well and it was good.
Yes.
That's good.
Lauren
I
liked
hear
it,
it all.
Nikki liked it, so every other team liked it. They even liked it for kind of like a smart webs replacement, because it has that functionality as well. We can customize it to the way we like it, but we chose to stay with smart webs since we just switched to smart webs. So we don't feel that we need to do anything. Everyone likes smart webs at the moment. So It's an
Yeah, I
option.
hear,
We can use it for tools
I hear it
eventually.
being advertised now all over the radio, so, all right, good.
Oh,
good.
Odo?
Us-
Yeah, once you
yeah,
start,
yeah.
you
Yeah. Second thing I want to ask, you brought up a few months ago about other committees were asking about some AI enhanced tools for
that was the board.
compliance.
The board asks.
And did any, did that go anywhere? Did you like check maybe other uh homeowner associations that are under Grand Manors or that just died
No.
out?
I spoke with a few communities in my neighborhood and things like that. There's no one's really using the AI in that aspect. For what we wanted it had to be completely redesigned and brought
Yeah,
out of the box type of AI functionalities, which aren't out there just yet. And we don't have that function in our system just yet. It's just too fresh, too new for AI to take all the variables to make it work.
all the compliance.
Maybe another year or two down the line, to stay, for compliances. Because you still need human interventions for a lot of it if we try to use the AI. There won't be 100% cost savings. There would be a small amount, but then you
I can
still have
imagine all the
something to-
residents measuring everybody's bushes and hedges and making sure they're not an inch over the fence, but I'll get a compliance letter. Just when the gardener comes the next day and cuts it. Okay, all right, thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, so Recreation Committee, it is Catherine Indris Viella. Hopefully I didn't butcher her name.
Yeah, Catherine.
So
Viella.
she's the chair. And then the vice chair is Stephanie Fink
This is a,
for the Recreation Committee.
okay.
And so, because they do all these events, there's technologies in those events.
Yeah.
And for Special Events Committee is Celia Maffan and Becca and Andressa. Those are the two chair and vice chair for the Special Events Committee.
Celia, it's special events.
Yeah, Celia Maffan.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was actually here. She was here for the meeting on Monday, yeah. I would say those are the ones that create most of the events and stuff happening here. Recreation, solar park stuff. We don't have a dog park committee anymore. Finance, I don't know what technology we can give them that would make them happy. What other committees can we talk to? Communications committee, I mean, they should be using a lot more technology.
Speaking of communications committee, there are the people who initially suggested the replacement of the sign out in front. I don't even want to say what it's called. But the sign replacement,
Mhm.
where is it gonna happen?
It's been shelved for next year decisions.
Is it a cost thing or what? Was that the reason?
Yeah,
It-
even my digital IDs, my digital displays for the amenities has been put on hold until next year as well.
Okay. The last I heard that it had to go to the county for approval.
No, we're good.
Has to go to the county,
For what, this building?
Mhm.
Well,
Like
for the
the-
amenities, it's not.
not for the amenities, but for that,
Okay,
for
I
that
didn't-
side. Yeah, monuments and marquees or monuments, which that is, has to be approved by
And
Osceola.
did it go to the county though?
No, I didn't even know that. I was just told we weren't financially ready to spend money. I think.
Yeah, you don't want to pull that trigger until you're ready to install it.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll wait, see what they say next year. And then we'll go to the county to get approval.
Well, that was.
Or should we get a
that
county
came-
approval first?
You got to get a county approval to do it,
Okay.
because going back, way back in my brain 5 months ago when I did the deep dive on this. Yes, Osceola County has to.
But it went to ARC.
Got it.
That's-
Got approved
got
there.
approved, okay.
Yeah, so everything else apart from final board approval and now the Osceola County approvals, that's where we're at. We're waiting,
Communications is who we asked for.
and they're waiting until everyone
Okay.
approves it on that end. So anything newer from them would be probably, and we'll have to let them understand that, yes, the only new thing that we can provide if approved this month is website design, we want the website to look like now and in the future. Let's freshen it up while we can. And that's pretty much it we can offer unless they have other technical ideas that they would like to do. That's it from me on that aspect for the community outreach or committee initiatives.
All right, well, I'll, Tom, maybe you and I, when I get back, we can meet up again, maybe at Artisan and go over some stuff and, before our next meeting, so we can put some stuff on the table.
Okay. We see Celia all the time. It would be real easy to just ask her informally if
Yeah.
she thinks it would be good for us to show up at a meeting and ask them, if there's some piece of technology that we can help with.
Okay.
Get-
And
get a
any,
read off from
any,
her.
any update about the Protect stuff and the doors at Artisan?
From the last piece of email from them this morning, they are waiting for a part that has to be ordered. They have ordered it. There's no wait for replacing the part, and we don't have to ship it to them to get the part. So they're shipping the part now, and once we replace it, we can ship the other part back.
Did you resolve the part, Dom, where they said they have to go through you for the Artisan stuff?
We've told them, and they have not responded back, but obviously they probably got the message that Bill should be okay with, because they're the ones that agreed to do it because it is two different billings. At the end of the day, it's two different entities. So they should do it. I have another meeting with them coming up. I think it's next Tuesday, next Wednesday with them for our monthly. And what I will discuss beforehand is to see if we can add a monthly for him to just visit after he's done with me or come at the same time with having Bill here and me here, and we can discuss all the open tickets and go from there and get status updates. that
So
way.
after the meeting, Dom sent out I don't know if you were copied on that or not. I know Bill McFadden was copied on it. Asking Protect to take care of the problem with the gate, first of all. Ken AJ, who's their lead tech guy, responded and said that to his knowledge, it was all fixed. So I went over there and looked, and of course it was not fixed. And we responded back, and you saw my response that said, no, it really isn't fixed. And the tech showed up today, and of course, the tech didn't tell us that he was coming. And Mondays and Tuesdays, the building is not really open, but there's generally somebody there, but not always. And it turned out that we were both there when the guy showed up. We were all surprised, like, what is this guy doing? And we thought, well, he's here to finally fix it, only for him to tell us that he has to order another part that they don't have and that they don't stock, or any parts, as far as I can tell. But Bill McFadden was receptive to the idea of us stocking, which was in Dom's email, stocking components that we would have on hand, that we were not going to install them, but that will cut down the lead time of getting a fix, because we could call them, they can come out if they at least let us know they're going to show up, which is one of the things that we have to iron out with them.
Yeah, I've I actually complained to him about it this morning.
We never know when they're gonna be there, and today I think it was yet again another example where the guy just walked in the door and we're like, wow.
Yeah, the
here he
only
is.
reason why I think he walked in the door is because he was here trying to fix this double door.
Okay, so anyway, he showed up.
Okay.
So the request from Bill is not going away. He's requesting it because I just talked to him this morning. He's asking for Lauren and Protec to meet, and he will come here if necessary or wherever we need to go. He thinks it's gonna probably be here. To establish some sort of a working relationship. Like, how do we know? You know, when we want something, could we also know when it's gonna happen, and can you tell us when the tech is gonna be there so that we can make sure that building's open and he has access? Cause all this stuff is behind locked doors.
Right.
So Bill's not going away because of your email. That wasn't quite enough.
I wouldn't either. I would keep on top.
Yeah.
It's,
So that's where we stand. Protec. Can I say?
All right, we'll just keep on top of them.
yeah, and,
Okay.
and any parts that are ordered from them will be warranted by them as
Yeah.
well.
Bill did mention that Real Manage is having some sort of a high-powered meeting with a lot of execs coming. And he thinks that those execs are coming to Artisan Park. So, that could be an opportunity to escalate this if this situation doesn't smooth out. Having the gates, I was actually wrong about the gate. What Bob Bill has said is he's locked the gate so that no one can get in ever at all.
Okay.
So which is better than having the gate open all the time. But he told me today that the gate is locked
So then the only way in is through the
through the bathrooms or through the main
Main.
building if the main building's open, but on Mondays and Tuesdays it isn't.
But they can still go from.
They go through the
gym side,
bathrooms, yeah,
The gym.
Yes,
and
and-
the bathrooms, okay.
and then go out. The problem is that after 8 o'clock at night, the bathroom door is locked and you can't
From the
You
outside.
can't go in, right? Now, in theory, nobody is there, but 8 o'clock is not that much after sunset. So sometimes you get a few stragglers, even those in a automatic announcement telling them that they leave. They don't leave. Those people are now locked in when that happens because the bathroom doors are locked. They can't get out. See, this is the problem. So if you're in the pool after 8 o'clock at night, you have to hop the fence to get out.
So even, okay, yeah, because they're hard locked, the gate cannot be opened from the inside or outside, okay, without a key. Got it, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, I guess I gotta run in a minute here. Anything else before we adjourn, or if you guys want to adjourn without me?
I don't have anything related to the committee, but I do have a question about smart cities. And I know we had that meeting last year. Did anything ever come up about them upgrading the services throughout Celebration? And is there someone that we can talk to about that? Because I just called them, and apparently Artisan has upgraded internet now, but the rest of the community
Yeah.
still doesn't. So
I don't know how their project plan is, if they're not getting people buying the upgraded services, they may not continue to upgrade. So I mean, I can't speak for a company's marketing process or whatnot, but I can talk to my contact there and say, hey, we do have people in Celebration who are interested in the faster speeds. Are you guys still going with the plan and are you marketing it?
Did you upgrade, Bill? So I did the upgrade, and when I did the upgrade, there's two options. You can either go to 2.5 or 5. And they were having, and I know a person who upgraded to 5. And they told me that they were having some difficulty with the 5. The 2.5 was fine, and I've been running on 2.5 and it's been running just fine. I've done some speed tests and I'm getting the bandwidth that they advertised. So it's a good thing that we had this beta test before we rolled it out to community wide, only to have have some problems. But we do know that who is now, the guy we discussed this with and did this negotiation with for us at Artisan Park, became the president of Smart City. So that's a good guy to know. We can ask him how it's going.
Yeah,
What's the uptake on this?
yeah, Nick is now the vice president. The owner's still there, but
Yeah.
he's gone from regional.
Sales guy or something. He's a big dog now. So anyway, we can ask how it's going. But certainly this should be something we would want to encourage and get out to the rest of Celebration. This is what we should be doing.
Yep. Agree.
But John, we could set up a meeting now that, because we know this guy and have met with him several times. And
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll go around North Village and get people to sign for North Village to go to 2.5.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they said that their North Village is still on somewhat, some of it all on the old.
Yeah.
Older technology, not copper, but on coax.
Yeah.
Some of that area there.
All right, we'll follow up.
okay,
Yeah,
All
thanks
right.
for that, Brett. Yeah.
all right. I move to adjourn.
Yep.
I
All right,
second that.
All right.
All right, everyone. Thank you for
All right,
today.
thanks, everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, Bill, so
Are you-
I'll give you your props. He says,